Namaste. This is Professor Dr. Pramod K. Raghav, Professor of Food Technology, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jayoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Food Packaging Technology, BSc Food Nutrition and Dietetics, 4th semester. Today's session is manufacturing process of packaging materials, and we are selecting paper packaging material. Let me share my screen with you, and by screen sharing, we will be going through the manufacturing process of the paper and various packaging materials made from that paper. So here goes this screening, sharing the screen, and this is the screen just coming to you. And let me make a little bigger it for you. So what is paper? I already told so many times in my previous lectures that it is made from cellulose fibers, which are obtained from trees, recovered papers, and annual plant fibers like cereal straws. Today, about 97% of world's paper and board is made from wood pulp, and about 85% of the wood pulp used is from spruce, firs, and pines. Okay. For the packaging material, lot of paper packaging materials are used. Okay. For example, it's parchment paper, it's butter paper, it's glossy paper, it's thin cardboard liner, thick corrugated fiberboard boxes, craft paper. So many types of paper yesterday I told in my presentation, in my previous session. They all are made from this paper. And now the question comes how this paper is made, how the paper is formed. So see here the process. This glucose is converted to cellulose. Cellulose is converted to sheets. Sheets are converted to microfibrils, and then bundles, and then paper fibers. So what is happening? Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Then they are converting into cellulose, which is long ribbon-like molecules made of smaller glucose units. And then molecules are held together side by side by hydrogen bonds, and sheets are formed. And these sheets are piled together in tightly packed layers, and microfibrils are formed. And then bundles are formed, which are a group of microfibrils. And then paper fibers are formed, which are a group of these bundles. So that's how the paper is formed. Paper is called board. It is called board when it is heavier than 224 ग्राम पर मीटर स्क्वायर. जब 1 मीटर स्क्वायर का एरिया 224 ग्राम से ज्यादा हो जाएगा तो उसको हम कहेंगे बोर्ड. उससे पहले इसको कहेंगे पेपर. Okay. The demands placed on the paper, form of paper and board with the intended use, but some are common to all grades, that paper must be strong enough to fulfill what it should be strong enough to fulfill its technical function, and also be able to take the printing, so that whatever we can make, we can print on this paper. Okay. So now let us move to the next slide. Manufacturing of paper and board. Both begin with the ancient Chinese, and handmade methods dominated for thousands of years. For thousands of years, we were just making paper by hand. And the first machine to manufacture paper continuously was invented by the Frenchman Louis Nicolas Robert in 1799. The first paper making machine was made in year 1799, and originally intended purely for writing and printing purposes. Initially, the paper was used for writing and printing purposes, and a wide variety of paper grades and uses are now available to the consumers. So that's how this all started. All right. Production processes are optimized for each grade for paper and board, and there are many variables. Raw material composition is there, a mixture of chemical softwood and hardwood pulp, mechanical pulp, recovered paper filters, paint additives, etc. Machine size, what with the width and speed, type of production equipment, and automation level. So they all are, defining this, the various type of grades we are making out of this. Paper and board production involves 2 steps. First, the fiber need to be produced, and this is done in a pulp mill, where pulp is produced using chemical or mechanical process. So first of all, I make the pulp. and in a pulp mill, and then the paper itself is then produced on a paper machine from a mixture of fibers, chemicals and additives. So these are two stages. तो मैं pulp बना लूं पहले, या मैं सब कुछ एक continuous machine, continuous process में सारा कुछ बना लूं. All paper and board machines are based on a similar basic process, and there are 7 sections: head box, wire section, press section, dryer section, size press, calendar and reeler. So these are the head box, wire section, press section, dryer section, size press, calendar and reeler. These are the various, basic processes in making of the paper. So the process, first of all, the preparation and the cleansing of pulp, and this untwists the fibers, and beating is a mechanical treatment intended for swelling, fibrillating and shortening the fibers. Then we do the shortening of the fibers, and result is better formation and development of paper's mechanical properties. Before sending to the paper machine, the pulp is initially purified, diluted and air bubbles are eliminated. Sometimes pulp is also bleached if made from recycled paper. So बहुत साफ सुथरा पल्प है, उसको प्योरीफाई कर देते हैं, डाइल्यूट कर देते हैं, एयर बबल्स वहां से रिमूव कर देते हैं, उसको पेपर मशीन में भेजते हैं. All right. The wet end part, there are two parts. The wet end part, raw material, fiber and chemicals, they are pumped together. All right. Chemicals are pumped to the head box, which feeds the stock evenly onto the section. This is a woven plastic mesh conveyor belt that can be 35 meters long and up to 10 meters wide. इसके ऊपर चलता है. As the paper stock flows from the head box onto the wire, the water drains away from the mesh through the mesh, leaving small fibers as a mat on the top of the mesh. तो small fibers का एक उसके ऊपर mesh top mat सा बिछ जाता है उस belt के ऊपर, और then it is taken off from there. All right. And the machine can travel at a speed of up to 2000 meters per minute. By the time the paper stock has traveled halfway down the wire, a high percentage of water has drained away. जब तक वो आधे रास्ते में जाता है, तो आधा पानी आधे से ज्यादा पानी निकल जाता है. And by the time the thin mat of fibers has reached the end of wire section, it has become a sheet of paper. और जब तक वो end wire section के end पे पहुंचता है, वो thin mat, वो एक पेपर बन जाता है. However, it is very moist and has very little strength. Strength है drying के बाद. Then the press section, इसके बाद and wire section का press section में जाएगा. Press section में क्या होने वाला? This section में क्या होता है कि its section consists of a number of sets of felts and heavy cylinders through which the moist paper web passes. बहुत सारे cylinders होते हैं heavy, जिसके बीच में से वो moist paper pass करता है, और जो बचा हुआ पानी है वो भी उसका निकल जाता है. And pressure binds the fiber together and consolidates that web. And now it goes to a dryer. This section consists of a large number of steam heated drying cylinders, which have a temperature of slightly over 100 degrees. Synthetic dryer fabrics carry the paper web around the cylinder until the paper is dry. तो वो उसको जो वेब बना हुआ है हमारा, ठीक है ना, पेपर वेब, उसको अपने ऊपर लेके और उसको तब तक उसको कैरी करता है जब तक कि वो सूख नहीं जाता, पूरा ड्राई नहीं हो जाता है. राइट. And then it is coating is done in many applications. The surface of the sheet needs improvement, and this is achieved by calendering. So we do the calendering process, and for calendering process, which reorients the surface fibers in the base sheet of a paper, or the coating applied to the surface by the use of pressure, and this is known as coating or calendering. And this serves to smooth the surface, control the surface texture, and develop a glossy finish. Such papers are known as machine finished. ऐसे papers को हम बोलते हैं machine finished papers. All right. तो ये इस तरह सारे sections से होता हुआ paper बनता है. Then I go for the finishing. At the end of the drying process, the sheet is smoothed using an ironing method. फिर एक ironing method से हम उसको smooth करते हैं, finishing देते हैं, and then it is shipped into the large reels and the bundles, which we call, of the paper, and then it reaches to the smaller unit where it is cut as per the uses. So that's how the paper is made. It's a lengthy process of making the paper, and pulp and paper mills are very, very popular. Some of the mills, they get the pulp ready and they start from the pulp, and some of the mills, they just start from the wood itself or the recycled paper they make from the used papers. They make their own pulp, they bleach that pulp if needed, and then they further go to the other sections. Quality control, how we maintain the quality, because quality is very important as far as either we are producing the for packaging or we are producing the paper for what. Sensors and computers verify parameters such as production speed, the pressure and resistance at every step, and that is measured, and as per a specification it is applied. The food contact applications, microbiological, chemical, and organoleptic controls have to be carried out. If I am making the paper for packaging of the food, then I have to take care that it should not be contaminated. There should be GMP practices must be in place, personal hygiene practices must be in place. I have to take care all kind of microbiological, chemical, and organoleptic controls which are to be applied. All right. And the boards can be as high as 500 gram per meter square density, or whereas the printing and writing papers are usually 40 to 120 gram per meter. So it's the weight of the paper. 1 meter square में 500 ग्राम आएगा और वहां पर 1 मीटर स्क्वायर में 4 से 120 ग्राम आएगा. So depending upon the weight of the paper, it is used for various different purposes. All right. Then recovered paper and board, I'm not going into this. More than 50 grades of recovered grades. Grades are important because you will need a naturally different type of grade for different type of food material. 50 grades of recovered paper and board are defined in European list of standard grades of recovered paper and board, low grades, de-inking grades, and then high grades. Okay. So high grades, they require little or no cleaning. They can be used for the production of any paper products as substitute. Low grades, they are to be cleaned. De-inking grades, from where I have to remove the ink by using the bleach. All right. And then types of paper I have already told yesterday. So that was about the manufacturing process of the paper. And do not think that I am just showing a screen. It is very important to share the screen to go through the process so that I can show you the various standards, machines, and the process flow charts. I'm stopping it now, and we'll be coming back. The main screen in front of you. Look, I am here. So that's how I explained the entire process of the manufacturing process of the paper making, and why I chose the paper here, why I decided to explain the paper making process. The reason was simple, because paper is widely used as a packaging material as far as food is concerned. And it's not one type of paper. It's like craft paper, it's like parched paper, it's like butter paper, it's like glossy paper. All right. And it's like fiber boards and corrugated fiber boards and thin cardboard liners. They are used. Tons of places in the food industry where the paper is being used as a packaging material. And in most of the cases, this cardboard, CFB board, corrugated fiber board, CFB board, the corrugated fiber boards are used as a master pack. What is a master pack? Master pack is, suppose you have packed the individual units, all right, in plastic, or you have packed them in aluminum foil, or you have packed the individual units in a butter paper, and now you are putting all those units like 100 in a box. So that box is a master pack actually, and that is to be made of corrugated fiber board. All right, and it has its own quality parameter, which are defined by 3 parameters, like drop strength, like compression strength, and like puncture resistance strength. Kitna hai? So these 3 resistance and strengths, they tell us the quality of the corrugated fiber board boxes. Corrugated fiber board boxes are very important part as far as the packaging is concerned. Because think and imagine, if this corrugated fiber board is not around, what will happen? How would you carry these small units in what? Because wood gonna again be a threat to the trees. Plastic is a threat to the environment. The best thing with the paper is that it is recyclable. You can recycle used paper into a new paper. You can, if you are throwing it on the environment, it is getting biodegradable. It is biodegradable and it degrades very fast. So that's why the paper, cardboard, corrugated fiberboard boxes are a boon. In current situation, I am not seeing that there is any substitute of them, because look what, if we talk about plastic carrots, those sturdy plastic carrots, they can be used, but what happens when they, first of all, they are costly. Second, they carry a lot of weight. Third, they are sturdy. Fourth, it's not that easy to transport them, and transport cost will increase. They will be heavy, weight will be more, and if we will, reusing them one after another use, at some point there is problem in maintaining those crates, keeping them clean and so forth, so on. And then there are wear, tear, and damages. So that's why corrugated fiberboard boxes are a boon, and paper is a boon as far as packaging industry is concerned, especially in case of the food packaging. So that's how I told you the manufacturing process of paper and paperboard. That was all about manufacturing process of paper. If you have any question, you can write that in my YouTube comment box. You can ask me when I take face-to-face classes, or you can, approach me through email also. So that was it about manufacturing process of paper and paperboard. That's all for this session. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.